Bixby Bridge is about getting back to the basics. It's about being able to explore my creative freedom, being able to just know that there are no limitations to what I can do as an individual. You know, for a long time I put away with the whole concept of messing with music and just to solely focus on just design and art itself. But, you know, in the midst of creating this creating this particular collection, I just felt it was necessary to, you know, utilize the fact that I'm musically inclined and, you know, and to put it in this project as well, because there were so many things that I felt and heard in my head while creating this, you know, creating these designs and coming up with, you know, the concept and this collection idea. You know, I just felt like it was just another piece of the puzzle that had to be expressed or shown as well. Bixby Bridge is actually a real place. It's actually off the coastline of California, Big Sur, California. Not too far from Cabo, from what I hear. I actually haven't been, but I would like to actually visit. It actually caught my eye because I wanted to create a collection that was California influenced. When I saw this bridge, when I was doing my research, you know, just trying to find things that would actually represent or show the influence of California and the coastline and, you know, the beauty of what West Coast represents. When I came across this bridge, it just, I don't know, it was breathtaking to me, because just to see how beautiful the scenery and everything was, you know, and it was such an area, such a place that no one really ever talks about unless you live out there or you are from the area. And I'm like, yo, you know what I mean? This emphasizes, this says a lot, you know, this really represents what the brand means, you know. And when I saw it, it was just the whole simplicity of just a simple life, that whole, you know, it just all tied in together. And I was just like, this is perfect, you know what I mean? Black Warhol and that whole experience has taught me to create a line or create a collection that's more cohesive, and, you know, learning how to brand it itself, you know what I mean? It's almost like putting together an album. It's almost like putting together a concept, and you're putting pieces of the puzzle together to create one thought. Bixby Bridge is a combination of, I would say, house music and a blend of hip hop. What's interesting is I'm listening to a lot of Dilla records right now, and just listening to some of Dilla's music, you know, if you would actually speed it up at that pace, you know what I'm saying, it turns that element of hip hop into like that house dance feel, you know what I mean, just because of the type of elements that he would use in the music, you know, the type of different sounds that he would use, you know, you would still get that house feel. And that's what I really want to play with the fact of using like different sounds and different instruments and elements and synthesizers and that kind of thing, you know, to produce or put this project together. The use of technology has also been very influential into this whole process of creating the music for Bixby Bridge. The world is changing, you know, and technology is at the fingertips of everyone. And I almost feel like if you're not successful, or if you're not taking advantage of the tools and things that are accessible to you, then it's your fault. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no one you can really blame. You know, nowadays it's just the consistency and just being able to want to go out and do it. You know what I mean? For everyone that, you know, says that, you know, rap has changed, or there's not as much substance in hip hop, or there's not as much substance in whatever it is, art, you know, then you can't really fault those individuals because they did the legwork in order for them to get to where they are. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, the rapper that you love to hate, you know, he is where he is, or the artist that you love to hate is where he is because he did the legwork. He took advantage of the resources and things that's accessible to everyone, you know, and used it to his advantage. And it's, once you have the ability to create, the ability and the drive and the motivation and the hunger, you know, that's all it takes. You know, just a little, those elements on top of the tools and everything that's accessible to you. My inspiration and my love for music kind of led to me to do this project. I don't know what kind of microphones they put on these iPhones, but the clarity in this thing is amazing. This is basically what I use for the introduction to the music. Is I recorded my vocals on here and basically imported into the laptop, into my Mac, and I edited and mixed it down from there. It's just amazing again as far as just being able to have, you know, technology at the tips of your hands and to utilize it. Me wanting to do the music for the Bixby Bridge project. What I am about to do is edit the introduction down because it's a little lengthy and I don't want to bore people too much as far as my conversation and me talking about the album, and that deters them want to skip to the next song. So I'm just trying to limit the amount of talk in the beginning of it. Right now it's only like wasn't necessarily maybe 2 minutes, but I want to condense it down to that. And there's like a lot more to the intro than me just talking. So okay, so it's been about 3 weeks since I've been working on Bixby Bridge music, EP, LP. I still haven't figured it out how I'm going to market this thing or whatnot, but the inspiration is there, and that's the crazy part about it, because in between, you know, life itself of picking up my daughter from school and doing her homework and spending time with my wife, you know, and in between all of the life things I deal with, and being a husband and a father, you know, being able to come and sit down and brainstorm ideas, everything has just come to me like instantly. And it's amazing because I haven't done music in so long, but you know, that product of your environment really does exist. I really do believe that, because the inspiration of hip hop, you know, and my wife is a big techno geek. She loves techno music, she loves house, and that's had a huge influence on me. And I love it just as much as probably she does. Maybe I don't show it as much, but the influence of, you know, just what I've been listening to over the last several years since I actually was involved in music has really come out, and it's so inspiring, and it's just, you know, it's just almost having something built up inside of you that you just had to let it out, which is why I think, you know, this project is coming so easy for me.